And two more former IU basketball players say they were sexually abused by former team doctor Brad Bomba Sr. during medical exams. So this means there are at least 3 potential victims. Our Logan Gay talked with the attorney for 2 of those former players. Logan's in studio tonight. So what did she say, Logan?
Well, the attorney says they not only filed the lawsuit on behalf of her 2 clients, but also as representatives for a class of people who experienced the same abuse. The 2 former basketball players named in this lawsuit both played for IU in the 90s, Harris, Mujezinovic, and Charlie Miller. In the complaint, they alleged Dr. Brad Bomba Sr., the doctor for IU athletics at the time, gave them inappropriate and unnecessary prostate exams during their annual physicals. Their attorney, Kathleen Delaney, with Indianapolis-based Delaney and Delaney, says they've not found a suitable reason for these exams.
We do not believe that it was appropriate medically for routine exams to be performed on young, healthy, elite athletes.
Mujezinovic, who was 20 years old at the time, and Miller, who was 17 years old, both claim IU systemically mishandled and turned a blind eye to the sexual abuse complaints made by the basketball players at the time. According to the complaint, Bomba Sr.'s routine sexual assaults were openly discussed by the IU men's basketball players in the locker room in front of IU employees.
I'm very proud of my clients for standing up and speaking out, because this is an issue that has affected a lot of people, and it takes a lot of courage to put your name out there and shine a light on the wrongdoing that you experienced.
Delaney says a case like this does have its own challenges.
The doctor involved is very old, and so we want to try to get his testimony as soon as possible. But we don't yet know whether medical treatment records still exist for these patient visits where these things occurred.
The class action complaint includes demands for a jury trial and also seeks appropriate monetary relief, but doesn't specify how much. Delaney says they hope IU will take appropriate action and remedy the situation.
This case is very, very similar to cases that have been brought in the past against the University of Michigan and Michigan State University. And in both of those situations, the universities stood up, they got their arms around how big the problem was, and they compensated those victims. And we're hoping that Indiana University will follow the lead that was set by those other Big Ten schools in this case.
So when asked about a potential timeline for this case, she said it could take years. 13 News reached out to IU this afternoon for a comment. A spokesperson referred us to an initial statement they released in September after the first former player came forward. You can read that statement online, and our Karen Campbell talked to a lawyer for another potential victim. You can see that conversation right now at WTHR.com.
Logan, thanks so much.